worst thing about a memory course is you got like 20,000 pictures of a memory course you haven't done.
Hi, I'm Sean with Tiger TV, and I'm here with Coach Schmidt of the Festus High football team. And we just completed our season, and we have a few questions for him. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. To start off, I'd like to ask you what your opinion of the team's performance was this season, and what were your anticipations at the beginning?
Well, I think every program has a set of expectations as far as goals and things they want to accomplish, and ours certainly didn't change this year. We wanted to attain the conference championship and become district champions, and hopefully put us in a position to be in the playoffs and make a run of that as long as we could. This year, that being as it is, we were able to win the conference championship outright, which is the 6th time in 8 years we've been able to capture a share of the conference championship, and had an 8-3 season, one that we're happy to have had, and one that we can look back upon and be very pleased with.
Awesome. The Tigers played 3 new teams this year. Do you feel this was more of a challenge for the team?
I think so. Anytime you can improve your schedule and challenge yourself and challenge your team in order to prepare, playing Westminster and Christian Fallon and St. Charles West, certainly we're all new teams, as you said, and when you do that, it gets you out of a rut. And two of the 3 we're still playing. Going into this weekend, our collective 3 losses, our opponent's 1-loss record was 30-7.
What would you say your proudest moment this season was?
Probably capturing a conference championship as a stepping stone versus against Hillsboro. I just wish in hindsight, looking back, we would have been able to bridge off of that and been playing for a district championship. But nonetheless, the season ended the way it did. But we'll take that and build off it for next year.
All right. In your opinion, what was your guys' best game this year?
Probably the Hillsboro contest. In all 3 phases of the football game, offense, defense, and special teams. It was a focused effort, and it's one that when I look at as a coach, I wish we try to look back and learn from our experiences. What did we do differently that we didn't do the other games that we won or lost? And that's certainly a game that we're looking at to see what we can do to capture to improve our situation next year.
The team had some injuries this year. Do you feel that majorly impacted the rest?
With injuries you have adversity, and this team dealt with adversity starting from week 1 when we played Westminster, and it continued throughout the season. There wasn't a week where we didn't deal with a situation where if we got an athlete back, we end up losing 2, or if we end up getting 2 back, we end up losing 3 the following contest. So there was no continuity there, and our junior class really became depleted with season-long injuries. So we relied heavily upon our seniors and then our sophomores to get us through the season. And looking back at it, there was a lot of productivity from the sophomore class that hopefully we can count on next year as the season moves forward. But dealing with adversity and how we had to handle things week to week, I thought made a stronger bond on our football team, and that bond equaled success. And there were some games that were tight throughout the season that I felt like that bond was the reason why we won those games.
Is there anything you'd like to say to your seniors that are graduating this year?
There was a big class. I was asked yesterday if this was the biggest class, and I would have to say yes. Since I've been here in 8 years, it's the biggest senior class. But all of them contributed to the success of the football team. All of them led in their own special way. When I don't have to deal with discipline and a lot of off-the-field stuff, and they can take care of stuff in the locker room such as they did this year, it made for a very rewarding season. And it was a lot of fun going to practice with this group. When you can go to practice and not have the stress and concerns about this kid being there or this kid performing, despite the injuries. They were encouraging. The seniors that were injured were there at practice. They just didn't just disappear on us, and they were mentoring those young people that were taking their roles at that time to help get us through. And that's important when you got a group of kids like that help each other out and put their personal stuff aside and play for the best interest of the team and doing the things in the best interest of the team. I think in the end you have the success that you'd like.
All right. Well, I think that about wraps it up for us. Is there anything else you'd like to say about the
No,
season?
just continued success to the kids and what they do off the field, and we look forward to preparing for next year.
All right. Coach Schmidt.
Thank you.